Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to join with the wild poppy deva. Now, a deva is a light being who holds the blueprint for the development of any living being, so a plant, a tree, a flower, and it will keep that flower, for example, in sync with nature's cycles, so it knows when to grow, when to blossom, when to shed its seeds, and when to go back and merge with the earth again. So the poppy deva appears to me in a flaming red dress, because poppy, that beautiful tall red flower, is all about fire energy. And fire energy, on one hand, can be quite destructive. It can bring up a lot of anger and frustration. On the other hand, it can be very cleansing, very creative, very dynamic, and very passionate. And because of all those expressions of it, it can sometimes be quite difficult in some societies and cultures to handle, to know how to channel it in a positive way. In fact, some of us as children may have been shamed for our expressions of fire energy. We might have been considered to be too much, too exuberant, too difficult to control, too spirited. We might have been too obviously enjoying ourselves. Perhaps our family might have been quite into teaching us about duty and responsibility and doing the right thing, and we might have been seen as much too hedonistic. Or, fire energy is also connected with our sexuality, and that might have made people around us awkward when we were small. Or our expressions of frustration and tantrums when our fire energy was blocked might have been, quite severely punished in some situations. So all of these blocks that we might have suppressed in early life tend to be held in our base chakra. And if this energy has been suppressed, then we will tend to feel the opposite almost of what you might expect when it goes outward. When fire element is inward and blocked, you'll tend to feel powerless, resigned, frustrated. If we don't let that anger out, it can show up as depression, apathy, self-sabotage. If you have a voice in your head that just says to you, oh, what's the point? There's nothing I can do. Why bother? It's time for poppy. Physically, that fire energy that should be circulating through our energy centers, fueling our passion, traveling up to our head, it should carry on from there, but it doesn't. It gets stuck. And if your head and neck are hot, you've got a headache, it's likely that your fire energy can't find its way out, which would normally be through your breath, through your feet. You may find that you lie awake at night, your mind's going 19 to the dozen and won't let you sleep. That's a fire element that is not grounding. So let's get into this visualization and transmission and get it back into balance. If you can stand up, that would be perfect. If you need to lie down and do this or sit down and do this, that's also fine. But it is easier to get merged with the flower if you're upright, especially poppy, because it's such a lovely tall flower. And let's just breathe out. If you focus more on breathing out, you'll find the in-breath is an automatic thing. So breathing out will really help you to get still, to find your center point. And on the next out breath, feel that flexible poppy stem sliding down your spine, and that pod above your head getting ready to open. Plant your feet very firmly on the ground and imagine roots under your feet that are anchoring you firmly into the soil. Breathe slowly with awareness. And just be aware of the stem down your spine, the pod above your head. And notice your breath circulating around your body. The air goes in through your nose, down through your windpipe, where the surface is covered in tiny hairs, just like the little hairs on a poppy. And they're there to filter out particles and dust. That clean air goes around all the little air sacs in your lungs, gathering up any toxins, and gets ready to expel them with your next out breath. Now take your awareness to your crown and notice that the poppy pod is now opening. It's moving from a bud into a flower with large red petals. Stand tall as you sway slightly in the breeze. This flower is happy to be seen. It's flamboyant, it is beautiful as it stands in its sun-drenched cornfield. As you lift your face to the sun, allow anger, shame, frustration, or any need to make yourself small to drain down your spine and into the earth. Down it goes round each chakra until it goes down through your feet, down the roots, into the earth. All that negative energy. This deep red ray of colour is circulating around each of your chakras, following your breath. It's inviting any red embers smouldering in your base chakra to rise to meet it. Let your negative past experiences of your fire energy burn away. You're a magnificent creation, full of beauty and power. Allow the passionate blood-red wave to fill you with joy and a desire to move like blood, circulating, bringing life force, nutrients and warmth. Dance around, breathe out that fire like a dragon swooping on the wind. Wherever you go with poppy energy, you add colour and energy and uplift spirits. Now come back to swaying gently in the breeze. Notice how that lovely warmth is circulating around your body. You're glowing, alive and ready for action. Your fire is awake and balanced. You can express it to show how glad you are to be here. Your head is cool, your mind is calm, and your body is energized. Whatever you choose to do next, you know you have the fuel in the tank and the laughter in your lungs. And as always, when a Deva comes to me, there's an affirmation. So let's say that together. I welcome and harness the fire in me. It's a source of joy and passion. I'll repeat that. I welcome and harness the fire in me. It's a source of joy and passion. Now, as we release the image of the poppy and step back from it, let's bring our hands together in front of our hearts and bow in love and appreciation of the poppy Deva. Thank you.